Welcome everybody, we are live from AC Jordan Arena at the illustrious Bowie State University, Maryland's first HBCU. I am Tyrus Filson, your pregame host for today, and we are geared up for a good one in the 2024 CIAA Volleyball Championship between the Fayetteville State Broncos and the reigning defending CIAA Volleyball champions, the Shaw Bears. Shaw and Fayetteville State are both very familiar with the championship final, as the two teams have combined to win 7 of the last 10 championships. Shaw is coming into today's matchup as the 1 seed and Fayetteville as the 2 seed, so Shaw has the edge. But make no mistake about it, this matchup is extremely even. Both teams have great depth. The Bears and Broncos are no strangers to facing off in the big one. They've battled head-to-head in the 2016, 2019, and 2021 title matchups, with Fayetteville State coming out on top in the most recent battles in 2021 and 2019, and the Shaw Bears coming out victorious in 2016. But for sure, today's matchup will be a battle of two heavyweights. Shaw is led by head coach Jonathan Polk, and Fayetteville is led by head coach China Hunt. Two elite coaches leading two elite rosters with star players such as Simone Morris, Jordan Page, Chiara Vitoni of Fayetteville, and for Shaw, Leon Beatty, Amari Earl, and Camille Patrick. Two squads with star players across the board, loaded rosters. These two teams both loaded with talent. The players that stand out to me most in this matchup is Simone Morris and Chiara Vitoni. From what I saw from them yesterday, they both are just amazing strikers, constantly looking for the kill, and they just provided an aggressiveness for their teams that I didn't see from some of the teams that may have fell short, but I saw it from those two. And they were able to provide that energy that their teams needed to come out victorious yesterday, and that's what they're both going to need to bring today if they plan on, raising that trophy and coming out victorious today and becoming champions. Energy, aggressiveness, and just effort. You have to bring the effort every time you come out here and battle, and it's going to be two elite squads, but what comes down to it today is really what team is going to be more disciplined. Discipline is the key word for today's matchup, because at the end of the day, you can have all the talent in the world, but you have to make sure you limit those mistakes and you take advantage of those key critical moments, because if you don't do that, you're going to fall short. And, Shaw, they're a very disciplined team. They're the big dog coming into this matchup, but make no mistake about it, Fayetteville is not looking at themselves as an underdog. They're looking at themselves as the big dog, and that's the mindset that they should have going into this game. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Shaw's looking at themselves the same way. Big dog versus big dog, and it's going to be a battle of attrition. We're going to see who really wants it more, and we're in for a good one, folks. When it comes to Shaw, they're just super team beast of a team. First in points, first in hitting percentage, first in assists, first in kills, fourth in blocks, first in service aces, and they're just dominating at many levels. And that's something that you want out of your team, to just take advantage. And Fayetteville, they're not too different. They're third in points, third in hitting percentages, third in assists, third in kills. So when it comes to those things, it's like you get a familiar taste or familiarity with the teams that are facing off today. Shaw comes in as one of those teams where they are able to come out fast and strike and just take your breath away that fast. They come in and they come in hot. They don't waste time. A lot of teams, they come in slow, and that's their Achilles heel. But for Shaw, it's a situation where they're going to come in swinging. But we're going to cut to the national anthem, and we'll be right back.
And welcome back to AC Jordan Arena. We just had a lovely rendition from our pregame host, Tyrus Wilson. We're nearly moments away from our championship game here at Bowie State University. I'm Jaden Conn alongside my co-host, Joey Constant. And Joey, we're in for a treat today. And Earl Shaw takes set one.
The kill leader for Shaw ends the first set, and Shaw is up 1-0. What a clutch play. Shaw taking advantage of every single mistake and bringing it back.
And we have an analysis from our pregame host, Tyrus Filson. Tyrus, take it away.
Thank you, Jaden. Shaw takes set one with a 26-24 win. Big-time block by Camille Patrick and some big-time plays across the board from the roster. From set one, I saw a lot. I saw a lot of effort from both teams. What really surprised me was the slow start by Shaw. They started slow, and the Broncos had the lead. For a little bit, they had the energy. They held the sway, but it did not waver Shaw at all. They came back and were able to win the set. And the key word that comes to mind when I think of these two teams and from what I just saw in set one was composure. They had a lot of mistakes. Shaw had some violations. They had some big time mistakes, and it didn't waver them. They didn't let it get them down. They kept going. They kept bring the energy, and they were able to come back and win set one. Just a big time recovery by Shaw Bears. Not the start that they wanted. Hopefully in set two they will be able to start faster, because that slow start is not always going to be a recovery the way it was. You can't take Fayetteville lightly. You have to start fast and take the kills as fast as possible in the start. But kill leader for Shaw, number 4, Amari Earl, has been on fire early and has brought the well-needed energy for Shaw, and it showed that she's looking for the win. She's doing everything she can.
And thank you for that analysis, Tyrus. And we'll take a break here on the CIAA Sports Network. When we get back, we'll have set 2 of this championship. And we have another analysis here by Tyrus Filson. Tyrus, take it away.
Thank you, Jaden. At the end of set 2, so much energy, so much to look at, but the Shaw Bears take the 2-0 set lead, and I'm just perplexed, to be honest. I mean, what I just seen as far as the discipline, the composure, Shaw showed up big when it mattered most. See, Fayetteville, they started fast. They had the energy just like they did in set 1. But what I saw that was different was they couldn't keep it going. They couldn't stay hot. And Shaw came back firing on all cylinders. They came back like an angry bear would, and they took over when it mattered. It was something about that Shaw team when they came and they started slow, set 1, set 2, and they were able to crawl back. It's looking like they could have this wrapped up. Amazing performance by Everett and Vitoni on Fayetteville for sure. But Chupin, the way she was able to close it out in set 2 was excellent. Like, the way she was able to close it out, she brought the energy, she brought the fire, she brought the composure, and she said, we're not going to fold. We're not going to find a way to lose. They found ways to win, and that's what championship teams do. They find ways to win. They stay composed in big-time moments, and Amari Earl, Chupin, they've been balling today. They've been leading Shaw every step of the way. The Broncos, they've been balling too. They've been close. They've been right there, but they just cannot seem to finish, and that's going to be a big issue. That's going to be a big issue. You have to execute. You have to finish. The fast start was one of the keys I mentioned pregame. Starting fast is important, and Shaw's big at starting fast, but they haven't started fast in the 2 sets today. And despite that, they've been able to crawl back. Fayetteville had the fast start in set 1 and set 2, and they let it get away from them. You cannot start fast and lose it. You have to start fast, execute, and get it over with. Get it done, and they weren't able to hold on. Very unfortunate. But one thing I do see from both coaches, they're taking the necessary timeouts to talk to their teams about what's going on. They're communicating. The key word that comes to mind when it comes to championship teams is communication. If you don't communicate, you're just not going to be a champion. Communication is key to victory, and I see that from both teams, but I see on a greater level, I see Coach Jonathan Polk just gathering with his team in the huddle, providing assertiveness, providing direction to what his team needs to get done to stay consistent. They have the opportunity to go up 3-0. But we're going to cut, and we'll be right back.
The Bears on the brink of winning the CIAA championship. Torres that's blocked. Step wins it!
With an emphatic kill to give them the championship. Shaw does it again. Back-to-back championships for the Shaw University Bears.
Oh my goodness, what we seen from Shaw was nothing short of historic here at AC Jordan Arena here at Bowie State University.
And you can see them rejoice as they've worked hard all season, performed hard all season. Amari Earl, Step, everybody, Chupin has performed for Shaw, and they get the championship back-to-back years.